Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mansillon, artist and spiritualist, and I come back in my daily messages to speak spontaneously about various aspects of the spiritual ascension path. If you're new to the channel, I thank you so very much to think about subscribing, and I thank you for your likes, your sharing, your comments, and for your donations if you can. Soon we're going to move into this sphere of total abundance, and so it's we won't need, we'll have all. It's very important to realize that the world is going to be freed up very soon. We all the light workers, light working community will be freed on a financial level. For now, we have to free ourselves from the emotional and psychological level. I'm going to discuss the fact that we live as a human beings is we're not living the life of God. The life of God is immortal. The life of God is eternal. It is infallible. It is unbreakable. It has never been touched by anything. God is, and that's the only thing there is in truth, is the life of God. That's why we call this world an illusion, to believe that we've been given the right to choose to experience something outside of the law of God, which creates so much suffering. But we're not really responsible. We chose to incarnate into this situation. The situation was already created when we came in, and we came in as assistants. So do not blame yourself for the conditions of the world. Right now, time is accelerated, for time does not change, but the situation, the circumstances, time is being compressed, so there's much more experiences within each moment. And so by creating outside of God's law, we've created all kinds of, unconsciously, we've created all kinds of things that are not that are out of the state of grace. And still, this law of God is all inclusive. No one can be outside of this law, because it's like when we're in the law, we flow in the state of grace. As soon as we do something that's outside of the law, outside of the parameters of truth, beauty, and goodness, of inclusion, then the karma is being created. So we want to return to the state of grace and dharma, to follow the law. For we all have unique gifts and talents and frequency to share. And we're all unique and very important to the plan. Just being here is enough. You're doing your mission just by being here. To accept to incarnate at this time is enough. You don't need to fix yourself or do all kinds of things. Of course, to follow your heart, to anchor, to do whatever you need to do. Of course, because it's like the more we give, the more we receive as well, and we're here to participate. But see the good in all, if possible, because we also have unique challenges, and it's like depending on what God is preparing us for, we all have those unique challenges. And a higher self has taken. Sometimes the earth is like there is so much darkness here that there is critical situation, and during our sleep, our higher self is taking on loads of energy that are very dark, just so that we can make sure that the earth continue on its ascension path, and for the collective of humanity. And then it manifests sometimes by feeling down and heavy, very dense down here on the physical when we awaken. So do not just know you're in service here. Understanding our universe, local universe, is an independent unit of creation. There are millions of stars, but there are 100,000 such a unit of creation, local universe within a super universe, and there are 7 super universe in this ring around the central universe that's invisible. We do not, scientific community have no clue about that. And each universe is a unique soul of God, an eternal source, and they all rule by a Father, Mother, God, and it's all supervised by the fathers, the ones that are one with God in the cosmic level. And each soul is a unique. We are unique. The soul is like a tree. It's like a trunk, but there are 12 branches, and then there are sub branches. The soul is like us, but an eternal, immortal, and perfect being that's created in the image of God. But it's amazing how God have created all this. This time and space is actually the first beginning of the unfoldment of cosmic reality. And then there are those 7 super galaxies that are organized to work towards time and space. We don't see the other ones because they're on the other side of the central universe, but we see billions of other galaxies, and those billions of other galaxies that we see through our telescopes are actually unorganized. They're the future universe belonging to the first level of outer space, what we call outer space, transcendental universe of the future that will be revealed after the fulfillment, complete development of time and space. And then there will be a second level that will be unfolding, that's an uncreated yet, that will be infinitely bigger, and then there is a third one that will be infinitely bigger than the third, and then the fourth one will be infinitely bigger than the third. And so there is a great mystery from a paradise standpoint. We know that from the architects of paradise, the organization. But there is a mystery, because we know that space will always be a sub-absolute, because on the fourth level, the paradise philosophers are wondering how can the universal Father, who is truly infinite in reality, will ever be able to express himself in a space, in a universe where we can always add something to it. So space will always be the closest thing to the absolute, but will always remain a sub-absolute. So, but that's for later. For it's like right now. You have to realize that we're connecting to something grandiose, and what we're doing here on the Earth is affecting many local universe, our planet, our whole universe, and many local universe. There is no physical barrier between the different local universe within our super galaxy, and our universe is a magnetic universe called Nebadon. It is centered in the Pleiades. Is the center. Halcyon is the great central sun, and the star cloud of Nebadon is turning around that, and then we turn around the Sagittarius sector, and there is all kinds of subgravity center before we go around the center of the Milky Way. But sometimes beings come from another universe and they don't understand, because each universe has its own law. Here we are magnetic universe, we harvest, but some other universe have completely different law, and so when they come here, they could be, that's what started some of the wars as well, because there's a misunderstanding on how things function from one space domain to another. Right now, there's a lot of darkness is being released, and which creates an acceleration of the timelines, but we do have to deal with it in physical space. Yet, though you're doing fine, you're doing fine, even if you're feeling tired, even if you're feeling depleted, even if you're feeling depressed sometimes. We're just here to assist the whole planet, and we have to think about calling on celestial helpers. It's very important to daydream as well. It's very, very important to continue to cultivate your sense of dreaming. Also wanted to discover, I'm going to pull a card for the day, since we had the destiny this morning. The destiny is we're really on track to our destinies. God will make us wait as long as possible, because we're learning through the process. He will continue to test us. And we have to go far. We have been traversing this desert, and now we're getting ready for a new marathon, a new cycle. And so the past lives, we as a soul, depending on the level of evolution of each soul, but we are incarnated in many timelines, many times, many personas, many planets, maybe many universes even. And so it's like, but knowing all those past lives is a distraction. We don't need to know all of that. We need to focalize on our own life right now. And if something is important about this Akash, this past life or parallel life or the parallel dimensions where we also have, then it will come into our present consciousness. It will be presented to our consciousness in the way that it's meaningful in relation to the circumstances of our life. Sometimes our soul can have chosen to incarnate in two different bodies, a male and female or whatever, in the same time and space. It's like I'm confronting with something like that. But God, the Supreme Creator, knows only divine consciousness. And so it's like many dreams or experiences in 3D are not of God. They're not the, yet consciousness always manifests. So if we believe something, it will manifest, even if it's outside of divinity. It's a non-reality that we are manifesting, but we're experiencing it. So now it's very important to let go of those kind of things, to return to the reality of God: truth, beauty, love, abundance, and freedom, and eternal joy. All is being used for learning, the purpose of learning. But eventually we're going to want to drop all these illusions of separation and move into the truth of unity and love, to let go of the human ego and its belief, to connect to the eternal life of the Creator, because there is only one life and truth, and it is the one of God, and there is no opposing force to that. The separation of power is the evil. Well, it's the program. It's a program of evolution. It's not evil. It's the idea of separating, isn't it? but we choose to came at this in this time in this space, and we are really at the edge of creation. It's like it's the most separated reality to assist the whole galaxy and to return into balance and equilibrium. So and necessity is the mother invention. Since we do not have access to the cosmic mind and all the spiritual information, we are forced to create and to think outside of the box. We have to find a way to feel good regardless of the lower energy that dominates the planet. Maintain this light, and even if we sometimes we cannot feel good about ourselves or about the situations of our life, but that's still it's very courageous to still go through that, and just to be here and keep hope very activated and always, because we're moving towards that point of freedom that will soon be manifesting. I trust, I have faith in that. I will die trying or whatever. But it's the most challenging place to incarnate in the universe, and mostly at this time of shifting, because the planet is like there is earthquakes and fires and floods and volcanoes, and the planet is shaking up. If you follow your guidance, you will be led and protected through the changes. And but we do want to get to our freedom as soon as possible. We are forced to learn patience and detachment by turning within and to the inner light and the upper heart. And we're not sure. It's like the signs in Los Angeles. It's pretty catastrophic. What I saw there, we don't know if it's an attack, if it's natural or if it's not. But hopefully there wasn't many casualties, thank God. But a lot of reconstructions. I have many friends there. I hope if you're there, you stay safe. I wanted to discuss the idea that there is the Bible and the book of Apocalypse mostly, most particularly, was introduced in the 13th century, I think, or maybe before, but it was introduced by the Archon to further their agenda, the beast, the Antichrist. It is the agenda of the Archons, and it is not the Bible. The gods of the God of the Bible are not the God of love, the God of the Christ. It's not the God, the universal Father of love and wisdom. They are not true gods in relationship. And there may be higher consciousness that can fuse into the one now, but it's God only knows. Those are instruments of control, of external, that utilize fear to control the world. They were instruments of the Dark Alliance, the Black Alliance. So we do need to turn to the inner light, the inner Christ, the inner divinity, in order to align with the higher intelligence of the universe. That's the only way to return to the truth of God, salvation, unity consciousness of love. And this unity consciousness of love will cancel out all the plans of the Black Alliance and all the forms of outer control. So and every ascended beings know that, the galactics, the ascended master, they know that the light is come from within, and so we need to continue to communicate, to educate, to illuminate the world, and slowly but surely trust your inner light, to be guided through that. And when passes through dark moments, trust that the divine plan is in place, and you have divine guides that are always there, regardless of what is going on the surface. For we are witnessing the complete fall of the Dark Alliance. Is far older. This dark agenda of control is far older than what's going on the planet. But this planet was seized by those dark forces, and those archons have been controlling humanity for a very, very long time. But now we're moving into this photon belt of Alcyon, our great central sun, and it's breaking down all their plans, which no longer work. So they're going to still be throwing all they have on the other form, but it will not prevent the ascension or the awakening of humanity. Well, I hope this message will have sense, make sense to you. I thank you very much for your presence and for your support. I'm going to pull a few cards for this. The observer is freedom. That's really what we seek, and total freedom. We've been living in captivity, and once we'll reconnect to our higher self, our connected self, we'll find this total freedom. I'm going to pull 10 cards. Well, the situation is nothing short of wisdom. it's really wisdom and the situation. What we seek is wisdom. Wisdom is an energy that traverses. Well, we get wisdom from all our failure or what we learn. So it teaches with a certain level of wisdom, but there's always higher wisdom. What goes around the situation is truth. For truth and wisdom works really hand in hand. What we see before us that will unfold before us is abundance. Focalize on abundance. In the past, the subconscious, the distant past, is a gateway. Our consciousness, we already became aware of that higher reality, and where we are now is relaxation. And we need to relax. We need to breathe and to relax. What's coming up in the near future is protection. We'll be protected through the process, so do not fear. What we need what our strengths within the state situation is stand still. Stand still is like to be able to return to the point of stillness. For God is eternally still at the center of the universe of universes, and it is from there, with His divine coordinate and associates, that He rules over all realities. For God will always have our control over all things, but He will allow any consciousness to manifest whatever they want. And so around the situation, around us in the environment is healing chaos. As there is a great deal of chaos around us that we need to heal, and there is a healing that is taking place. What we feel in our hopes and fear, in our emotion, is adventures. So there will be a great sense of new adventures. We can already feel those new adventures, and the outcome is taking risk. For the more we have to be courageous, we have to take risks, we have to take chances, and not to jeopardize our well-being and security, but to take risks, to take chance, to be courageous, to be bold, to make leaps of faith, to trust the inner guidance, even if certain things can be challenging to believe or to accept. There is always risk involved, but the greater the risk is true in investment as well. The greater the risk, the greater the possibility for return. So I hope this message will resonate with you, this oracle. I had this song that went through my mind this morning, so I'm going to sing it. It's a song called One. It talks about unity. And it goes like this. Is it getting better? Or do you feel the same? Will it make it easier on you now? You got someone to blame. You say, one love, one life, when it's one need in the night. One love, we get to share it, or it leaves you, baby, if you don't care for it. Did I disappoint you, or leave a bad taste in your mouth? You act like you never had love, and you want me to go without. Well, it's too late tonight to drag the past out into the light. We are one, but we're not the same. We get to carry each other one. Have you come here for forgiveness? Have you come to raise the dead? Have you come here to play Jesus to the lepers in your head? Did I ask too much, more than a lot? You gave me nothing, now it's all I've got. We are one, but we're not the same. We hurt each other, then we do it again. You said, love is a temple. Love a higher low, love is a temple, love the higher low. You ask me to enter, but then you make me crawl. I can't be holding on to what you got, when all you got is hurt. One love, one blood, one life. You got to do what you should. One life, with each other, sisters, brothers, one life, but we're not the same. We get to carry each other one. Great song from Bono. Sometimes I wonder whether this is someone who can write so much song about love and the Enlightenment could be associated with the New World Order and the open society. It's like very strange, but maybe a lot of people are changing side. A lot of people, like even Facebook and like they're starting to see that they need to adjust to the light. I see. We're starting to see it on the outside world as well, and many will do that. The we try to do what they can to return to the light. We'll see. It's like we came here to explore the darkness and the light, and then eventually bring both into the unity of love and return home, which is beyond dark and light, beyond good and evil. What the observer of the day is clairvoyance. What we need to the higher the wisdom is to listen to your heart, listen to the mirror of life, let yourself be guided. What needs to be understood is serenity, divine neutrality, to breathe, to be, is the opposite of agitation. What we need to do is patience, continue to cultivate this sense of wellness in patience, and the outcome will be the request. We're going to continue to ask and continue to receive, and for there is we continue to make your decrees, continue to make your affirmation, to use the I am, and always qualify it with something that is wanted. Well, thank you very much. I hope this resonated with you. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.